Hello and welcome to Fit 15. Sorry, we got through those technical difficulties of the first day. Just dropped my kid off for her first day of school. So exciting stuff happening, wanting to get those people that don't have the time, the knowledge, or the money to start a fitness journey. So I'm hoping just to be able to reach a lot of people with this program. So hashtag it Fit15, try to invite your friends, get a lot of people moving. Today I just need you to have a notebook and a pen, and you're going to write down some of these things. We're going to do 2-minute tests, just a few easy ones. I don't want you to push really hard. I just kind of want to see where you're at and take lots of notes, just so that you know when you look back, like, hey, maybe I did just as many push-ups, but my form was a lot better. This is intended to be really simple, really functional fitness, and I'm hoping that it's going to be one of those things that translates into more people being active and enjoying nature and just enjoying their body and moving the way that they're supposed to. So you can do it after school drop-off like I'm going to do it, or you can do it anytime you want. You certainly don't need to be a parent, but I definitely have that spark to get more moms and more dads active and more fit and enjoying their active lives with their kids. So here we go. We're going to get started. We're just going to do a few jumping jacks to warm up. So again, you can do a jump like this, or you can go ahead and just step it out and hop. Whatever your fitness level is, we just kind of want you to start your journey where you're starting from, and we're all going to get to the same point at the end, right? So just a few of these, just kind of get your body warming up, get moving, get the blood flowing. It's fairly early in the morning. Need to get that body moving. All right, we're going to do 10 more of those. 8 and 5. Keep those shoulders down. 3, 2, 1. You're going to stop your feet. Let's just do a few arm circles each way. Few forward. Get those shoulders warmed up. Really try to relax through your shoulder area. All right, let's do just a little toe touch. Feel free to bend your knees. Try to keep your back straight, and then you're just going to drop your bum down as much as you're comfortable. Okay? Press it up. So I'm just going to do a side for you here. Same thing. You're going to touch your toes. Nice flat back. Drop your bum down, bring it up. You may only get to here. That's fine. I don't want you to hunch over like this. So try to keep good posture, press it up, wherever your range takes you. All right, let's do a few more of that on your own time. So just down, press it up, down, press it up. Keep breathing, stay relaxed. We're going to do some squats today. So we definitely want to get that warmed up. Good, stand it all the way up, a few huggers. Give it a quick warm up today. Good, 15 minutes, not a lot of time, but enough to get things done. It's like 100th of your day or something. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is just a squat. So again, here I'll show you front view first, then show you side view. So chest up, you may only get to here, totally fine. When I started, that's where I got to. But if you can, drop it all the way down to the floor. So I'm going to keep your tailbone up, make sure that if somebody's standing in front of you, they could still see the label on your shirt. So down, and then up. Just watch for this when you go down, your butt doesn't tuck under and you don't punch up. So your back now is round. You don't want that. So if you can only come to here with good form, that's what you're doing. You also don't want to rock forward onto your toes. So you don't want one of these. Okay? So almost like as you're at the bottom, you could put something underneath your toes. All right. Make sure you're on level ground if you're outside. That's a big point. We're going to go for 2 minutes. You're going to see how many you can do in that 2-minute period. All right, 3, 2, and all time for you, don't you worry, and here we go. So just down and then up. So you do have to count here because you don't want to do it again. So make sure you're keeping a good count, making sure that your form is always good, your chest is always up. Again, if you had a design or like a logo on the front of your shirt, you could see it in the mirror, or the person ahead of you could see it. Weight is in your heels, pick your toes up off the ground the whole time. Usually that's not a problem at the top. When people get to the bottom of their squat, you roll forward. We don't want that. That means you're going too deep. As you go down, you want to press your knees out. You want your feet fairly straight ahead, mind you. Keep counting. You do not want one of these, because then you lose torque in your hips and stability for your knees. So your feet can be slightly turned out, but you want them mostly ahead. And it's almost like you're opening up jars or like ripping a sheet of paper, that you're trying to torque your feet outward. They're not actually moving, but it's creating that torque into the ground that's giving you stability. All right. We are more than halfway, so try to double that number. If you can pick it up a bit, pick it up a bit. 45 more seconds. Keep your shoulders down. Should be warming up now. Trying to press equally into both legs so you're not squatting on one side. That's no good. After my accident, I actually had to squat on 2 scales, digital scales, and make sure that they read the same number, because I ended up squatting just on my good leg, which you do not want. 15 seconds. Want both those legs working well. Keep counting, guys. 10 seconds left. Last, you can pick it up if you want. Make sure you're standing all the way up at the top still, though. 3, 2, and time. Good work. Okay, let's just shake it out a little bit. Feel free to grab your notebook, write it down. I don't have one. I have to commit to memory. Grab some water, and you're just going to shake out your legs. Definitely want to do that. And then we're going to go up into our push-up. So I'm going to show you how it's done. Make sure you're writing down your notes, like how did you feel? Like, were you in one leg? Were you hunching? Were you able to get full depth? And then I'll show you the push-up. So from the side, we're going to do a hand release push-up. So you're going to go down with your chest on the ground. Can you still see me in the video, John? Good. Okay, so everything is released, and then you're going to press back up, okay? What I don't want to see is the worm where your chest comes up, and then you pop your hips up, okay? If you are doing that, you're going to press into your knees, and then come straight up from your knees. Your bum is a little bit higher than the rest. You're not all the way up, not this, but just a little bit high, and it'll keep you in a nice straight line. If you're between those 2 styles of push-ups, what you can do is you can do what we call an eccentric or circle push-up. So you can go shoulders down to the ground, press up from your knees. Because it's a lot easier to go down from your toes than up from your toes. So that's a good like intermediate I'm in between. Now don't expect you to be doing push-ups for 2 minutes straight, because that's crazy. I know some guys can do it, but I certainly can't. So what you can do is just take lots of breaks. So if you start from the toes, I want you to stay from the toes. Just take more breaks. Because if you're already doing like 10 from the toes, if you can do 10 from the toes, do 10 from the toes, and then try to add 2 at a time or something with good form. But I don't want you to start on the knees, and the next time we do this, you're doing like 800 from the knees, right? So start with, if you can do 10 from the toes, go from the toes. If you can do 10 of the circle or eccentric push-ups, like showed second, do those. And if you're struggling to even get up from the knees, let's stay from the knees. But I want you to release your hands just ever so slightly at the bottom of each of these. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go for 2 minutes, same thing. In 3, 2, and go. All right, here we go, 2 minutes. So make sure you have a nice even surface. And then you're just going to go down to the ground, release, press it back up. So you want to keep your shoulders down. You don't want to get one of these going. Your shoulders are in your ears, because it's going to be really hard on your neck. Okay? Again, too, you want your bum up slightly first before the rest of your body, okay? You do not want to start kipping. And that's great for burpees, but it's not great for strict push-ups. So, nice and tight, pull the rib cage in, shoulders down, press it up, heels away. Do not worry how many you're going to get. I don't expect you to bang out like 100 of these. I do want good form. So even if that's from the toes, lock it down, press strongly through your knees, okay? It's no difference. You're still not doing one of these. If neither of those 2 things, keep counting, keep working here. If neither of those 2 things work for you, you're going to find an elevated surface. Even on a hill here, this is going to make things a little easier. Okay? You can also use a chair or box or bench or table, provided it's very sturdy. So you want to pick something really sturdy, and you can do your push-ups there. Elevate them. If you are doing it on a wall, I don't actually have a wall here, but you don't want to be doing this, okay? What a lot of people are doing. You only have 30 seconds left. Now, shoulders are locked in, and you're pushing with your body straight, and it's coming to your chest area, not up here. That's where most people go wrong on the wall push-ups, and it doesn't help, and it's hard on your shoulders, and it sets you up for bad form when you move that to the ground, and you will be moving that to the ground. Let's do some more. 20 seconds left. Keep counting. Little lifts with your hands at the bottom. 15 seconds left. Last few. Make sure you're going with good form. Butt up first. Squeeze it tight. Up. 3, 2, so you can get one more here, good form, and time. Good. Yeehaw, write your number down. All right, grab some water. Resetting my watch for the 2 minutes is it. That's when we're gonna do. I'll explain it to you while you're going. So again, this can be made easier if you're going downhill and made harder if your feet are uphill. Whatever it is, try to make sure that you're going on the same like relative terrain between, because it's a ton harder to do it like uphill than it is downhill. So try to pick some flat level ground for this if you are outside, just because you'll get a better reading when you come back to this. So your feet are going to be together. You're going to reach back behind your head, hands are touching the ground, lift up, touch your toes, okay? Go ahead and throw your hands. Other point, make sure you clear the ground behind you. I don't feel anything, but sometimes there can be a rock and you don't feel it at first and it hurts. And again, stop and fix that. I've had like spinal bruising from doing sit-ups and it's not fun. Okay, so there is a good chance you can't do that if you're just starting out, which is fine. So another option is squeeze your knees together and grab and lift, okay? Just make sure you're relaxing your shoulders, okay? And that's fine. People think you're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. Why not? Okay? The other option is just bringing your shoulder blades all the way off the ground. We call this a crunch. So those are your options. First one is going to be dropping your knees out to the side and touching your toes, touching behind you every time. Can't do that, go ahead and use your legs. Can't do that, go ahead and use a crunch version and just keep lifting those shoulder blades up. Okay, we ready? 2 minutes. You're going to count. 3, 2, and go. All right, behind, touch. Try to keep a good pace. Relax your shoulders. Doesn't matter which you're doing. I want your shoulders relaxed and wide. If you start crunching forward like this, keep counting, guys. It's going to be really hard on your body. You do not want to do that, okay? Or if you're doing this in the crunches, see what my elbows are doing? Again, not good. This is usually people are pulling on their neck. I want you to keep your shoulders super wide, and you should not be able to see your elbows in your peripheral vision, okay? Shoulder blades are coming off, coming back down. None of this. If you can get all the way up, that's where you're going to go. That's going to make your abs stronger, okay? So all the way up, knees out. That's your first option. If you can't, go ahead and use that pulling. Just a little assistance, but make sure your shoulders are relaxed. If not, here is just fine. Keep those elbows wide, keep relaxed. Make sure that the workout's coming from your abs. That's where all the work is coming from. Look at us, we're already a minute in. Keep counting, try to double your number and see if you can add 5. Good, keep looking through your knees. That's super important thing, no matter which one you're doing. See a lot of people doing crunches like this. That's really hard on your neck, okay? You want to keep looking through your knees. Nice, 40 seconds left. We only have one more thing after this. 15 minutes, not a lot. You want to get moving on a routine that is sustainable and that you can commit to every day. I want you ending each day when you're first starting out feeling like, wow, I could have done more. Not like, oh my God, I'm not going to walk again. That's for later on when you start to get into the harder stuff and you really want to challenge and you like leaving yourself feel exhausted. Most of us though, we're at the point where we just want to be fit and enjoy our lives. You're so sore and tired you can't move. You've done it wrong. That's not the reason most people are working out. Okay, last couple here. 3, 2, and time. Whew. Write it down. All right, so getting up from the sit-up, that's another thing. It's easy to do if you're super fit and you can just stand up, cross your legs generally or not. But otherwise, for most people, it's going to be just rolling over and then just planting the shoulder down. Nice. That's where a lot of the injuries happen when people try to get up or get down. So just make sure that you're in good form and that everything's super aligned as you get up. Okay, so make sure you write down anything like, oh, my elbows were creeping in, or I wasn't making it all the way up, or I was pulling. Not very hard. Okay, so here comes the fun, guys. Oh, the kids are all running. That's awesome. You gotta love the enthusiasm of kids when they start off running, and then you gotta watch it. You don't want to be that guy. So make sure that you meter your energy up, especially when you first started. Okay, so burpee. First, I'll show you. Hands down. Drop your feet. Knees, hips, chest. So this is how you don't do a push-up. This is how you do a burpee. Then you're going to throw yourself off the ground like a worm. So chest up first, butt up first, up, hands just above your ear standing. That's what we call a kipping burpee. It's generally the easiest to do. Okay, again, Hands, jump your feet out, feet are wide, chest down, chest up. That action pops your hips up. That's how to do it fast and as least like energy wasting as possible. The next option is hands down, you walk it out, put your knees down, slowly lower. Come up, step up, and then you don't even have to jump, you can give it a little jump, just barely off the ground, okay? Switch legs each time just so you don't end up, wrecking one hip flexor or the other. You want to work your body in balance. So don't stress if you're like, did I just switch you on my left? Just keep going, switch your legs. Okay, so we're going to do 2 minutes of that. It's going to be our last little push through, and then we're going to have a little stretch. And you're done for the day. That's your first 15 minutes. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and here we go. So again, feet are wide. Snap it up, little jump. And you're just trying to get into a little spring, little motion here. Make sure you're touching your chest every time. Hands above your head. Just try to relax. Legs are wide. Just like a little bouncy ball. If you can't do that, no problem. It's going to be hands down. Walk your feet down. Put your knees down with control, guys. You don't want to be pulling a shoulder or anything in the first thing. Step it up. Little jump. Then you're going to do your other leg first. I don't know if I did my other leg first. Speaking of not being able to keep track. But, okay. This one I was leading with my left. So now I'm just going to lead with my right. So that's that. Good, you're already a minute in. Let's see if you can pick up the pace just a little bit for this next minute. It's just all about relaxing, breathing through, keeping those shoulders down, and just letting your body bounce up to down. If you get dizzy, you're going to go to those walking burpees I showed you. Or just do it a little slower, that's fine too. Take a break if you need to, but you only have 40 seconds, so you're going to come right back into it. Less than 30 seconds left. Last 30 seconds of the day, here we go. This is the you time, guys. Work hard. You get out what you put in. 15 seconds. Stay relaxed. Last couple here. 3, 2, and time. All right, guys, good job. Write it down. Any notes? Like, I jumped the first 10, and then things got hard, so I walked them. That's good for getting you out of breath. Full body. Okay, so we're gonna stretch it out real quick, guys. So, I'm trying to find some flat land. We're gonna start with a quad stretch. You can hold on to something if you want. It's a good one because you're standing up. Basically, you're gonna extend your hips, put your knees together nice and tall, and just pull your foot back. You may not be able to grab a hold of your foot. It's not uncommon. So you can grab like a little strap or something that can help you out. If you do have trouble standing, but it's something you want to work toward, you can just write something in the air with your opposite arm. You can touch your belly button. You can do this. Anything with your opposite arm, it seems to help you stabilize. So we're going to hold each stretch about 20 seconds. That being said, if you have something that's really tight, you want to hold it for longer. Really anywhere up to 5 minutes and up really lets that open up. It's called a static stretch. You don't want to do this at the beginning of your workout, you want to do it at the end. So the stuff we were doing to stretch at the beginning, like the arm circles, it's called dynamic. So we're moving, the muscle is like opening and closing, getting longer and shorter. And that's the kind of thing you want to do before you work out to warm up the muscle. You don't want to like stretch it and then start jumping around on the stretch muscle. Okay, so hopefully your breath is back. If it isn't, please don't do this. You can pick your leg up and do a hamstring stretch there, but if you're feeling like you're recovered, go ahead and touch down to your feet. The reason why you don't want to just like, be like out of breath and gasp and then drop into this stretch is because then your head is down and you can feel really gross when you come back. So again, my hamstrings are not the most flexible in the world. So don't worry about how far down you go. Try to keep your back fairly flat. It is going to round a little, that's totally fine. But try to lift your hips almost like you had like balloons in your butt and you're just kind of going up. And find that length in the back of your legs. Don't lock it out though. It's fine if your legs are bent. Everybody thinks it's not. But you can come to here then and just put your hands here. Don't put them on your knees directly, but just above. and get that back nice and flat. The most important thing is that you feel that stretch. All right, stand it up. We're almost there, guys. Feel free to put in a little more stretching later in the day, go for a walk, that sort of thing. Try to walk all your grocery runs, all your errands. Definitely goes a long way. So here we're just pulling the elbow up to the sky. You can add a little side bend too if that floats your boat. And other side. Elbow up to the sky. A side bend if you like. So I'm going to do a little Facebook Live or maybe just a little video later just showing you the stuff that you need to do this program. Mostly it's just a set of dumbbells. Go light, you know, at first. You can always get heavier dumbbells as you go along. So just a pair of simple dumbbells and a stretchy band. I prefer the covered bands because they're a little safer. But I'll do a very quick video later. I'll post it to the Facebook page here on Your Mom So Fit. And you can just have a look at those two things. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw them in my bag, drop my kid off, and it's 15 minutes before I go home, right? And start all the day. And that's really all it takes. So I'm hoping that you'll join me, and I'll see you later to explain the equipment that you need to bring, and have a wonderful day. And wherever that day takes you, I just hope that you're feeling great for the rest of the day and you're really proud of yourself for this effort. All right.